How many times have you found yourself endlessly scrolling through social media, feeling your blood pressure rise as you encounter one absurd opinion after another? The daily spectacle of human irrationality can be overwhelming, leading many of us into a spiral of frustration and helplessness. Yet as we wage war against the perceived stupidity of the world, we often overlook a crucial truth that the ancient Stoics understood perfectly. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control, taught Epictetus. Capturing the essence of our modern predicament, we expend countless hours and immense emotional energy trying to correct others, thinking, falling into the trap of believing we can somehow control the vast ocean of human ignorance. The real challenge, then, isn't to eliminate stupidity from the world, an impossible task, but to cultivate our own garden of wisdom. When we shift our focus from the external chaos to our internal development, we begin to understand that true power lies not in changing others, but in mastering ourselves. This realization marks the first step toward finding peace amidst the storm of human irrationality. Social media has become a magnifying glass for collective foolishness, transforming every minor disagreement into a battlefield of opinions. Each scroll through our feeds exposes us to an endless parade of misinformation, logical fallacies, and emotional reactions that seem to demand our immediate attention and response. Like a digital coliseum, these platforms draw us into pointless debates where reason often surrenders to rhetoric. Seneca, observing human nature with remarkable insight, wrote, "The greatest portion of peace of mind is doing nothing for the sake of appearance." Yet in our modern context, we find ourselves constantly performing outrage, engaging in futile arguments, not for the sake of truth, but to signal our intellectual or moral superiority. This performative indignation has become a social currency, trading our mental peace for fleeting moments of righteous satisfaction. The true cost of this engagement becomes apparent in the toll it takes on our mental well-being. Each moment spent arguing with strangers online or fuming over others, ignorance drains our finite reserves of energy and attention. As Epictetus reminded us, it is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them. Our constant judgment of others, foolishness, creates a prison of our own making, where peace becomes impossible and frustration becomes our constant companion. The mediocre crowd, as Marcus Aurelius might observe, will always exist, but our participation in their drama remains entirely optional. Breaking free from this cycle requires recognizing that our indignation serves no purpose beyond feeding our own ego and perpetuating our distress. Acceptance, in the Stoic tradition, represents not passive resignation, but a powerful form of understanding. It begins with the recognition that the world operates according to its own principles, regardless of our desires or expectations. This fundamental insight opens the door to genuine peace of mind, freeing us from the exhausting struggle against reality itself. Seneca captured this wisdom perfectly when he wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Our resistance to accepting things as they are creates an additional layer of suffering beyond the initial challenge. When we encounter others' irrationality, our immediate impulse to correct or condemn only serves to double our distress, first from the encounter itself, and then from our frustrated attempts to change what we cannot control. The Stoic response to frustration lies not in attempting to reshape the world, but in mastering our own reactions to it. As Epictetus advised, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do happen, and you will go on well. This shift in perspective represents the essence of Stoic self-mastery, the ability to maintain inner calm regardless of external circumstances. This path requires us to acknowledge a simple truth. The irrationality we observe in others is as natural as rain or wind. Just as we wouldn't waste energy raging against the weather, we need not exhaust ourselves fighting against the nature of human behavior. Instead, we can channel that energy into strengthening our own capacity for reason and understanding. The path to inner tranquility begins with a fundamental reorientation of our attention. Instead of desperately trying to correct the world's endless stream of irrationality, we must direct our energy towards strengthening our own faculty of reason. This inner cultivation represents the heart of philosophical practice and the surest route to lasting peace. Marcus Aurelius provided a powerful insight into this approach when he wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This profound observation reveals that our contentment depends not on fixing others' mistakes, but on developing our own mental resilience. When we invest in our intellectual growth, external chaos gradually loses its power to disturb our peace. The trained mind, as the Stoics understood, develops a natural immunity to the disturbances that plague untrained minds. Epictetus emphasized this point. It is not things that upset us, but our judgments about things. Through philosophical study and practice, we learn to separate genuine problems from mere annoyances, essential concerns from trivial distractions. This discernment becomes our shield against the constant bombardment of external foolishness. True wisdom manifests in the ability to maintain inner silence amid external chaos. Like a deep ocean remaining calm despite surface storms, a well-cultivated mind stays serene regardless of surrounding turbulence. This inner quiet isn't achieved through escape or avoidance, but through the development of a robust philosophical foundation that allows us to engage with the world while maintaining our peace. Transforming philosophical principles into daily habits requires deliberate practice and consistent effort. The Stoic path to serenity isn't a destination, but a continuous journey of self-improvement. Each day presents new opportunities to strengthen our mental resilience and deepen our understanding of what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius demonstrated this commitment through his daily journaling practice, documented in his Meditations. This powerful tool allows us to examine our reactions to external events and refine our responses. By maintaining a philosophical diary, we create a space for honest self-reflection and practical application of Stoic principles. The practice of negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, serves as another vital tool in our daily routine. By briefly contemplating potential challenges, we build psychological resilience and maintain perspective when facing actual difficulties. As Seneca advised, "He who fears he will suffer already suffers from his fear." This practice helps us break free from the cycle of anxiety about others, actions, and opinions. Perhaps the most crucial daily practice is the moment of pause, a brief interval between stimulus and response where we can choose our reaction. During these moments, we can ask ourselves, is this worth disturbing my peace of mind? This simple question, when consistently applied, becomes a powerful filter against unnecessary mental turmoil. Remember, every moment spent complaining about the world's foolishness is a moment lost in developing your own wisdom. Choose your battles wisely and invest your energy in what truly matters, the cultivation of your own mind and character. What's your biggest challenge in maintaining inner peace in today's chaotic world? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more practical wisdom on applying ancient philosophy to modern life.